Hi, I'm Laurina and I'm the founder of Island Friend. We do local sustainable walking tours here in Marigot, and we mostly do walking tours through history, culture, and food. I've lived in different places. I lived in Paris, in Bordeaux, in Guadeloupe, in Martinique, and in Saint Martin, of course. And something about me that I carry from St. Martin is, of course, the languages. When I went to France, when it comes to French in St. Martin, some people don't really speak it well, but I have no difficulties when it comes to that. When I went to Guadeloupe, when it came to Creole, I already spoke Creole in St. Martin, so Creole was basically something that I spoke over there easily. When it came to going to London or going to Los Angeles, because I've traveled a lot in my life, St. Martin gave me the base when it came to English. So something about me is that I think that I carry St. Martin very well everywhere with me when I travel. And that's something I'm really very proud of. So something else about me also is that I love food. My grandmother was a big cook. She used to bake, she used to cook local dishes, and it kind of stayed with me. And when I would visit another country, another island, the first thing I would do is a food tour. I love food tours. So this is why basically with Island Friend I decided to do walking food tours in Marigot mostly, because we can find everything here. You can find local pastries, local snacks, local breakfast, and it's a great way to discover a country. So since food is my passion, I was like, let me make it a job. So that's something I like about my journey overall, is I turn something that I love into a full-time job, and I share my roots with the visitors. The visitors are from another country, but the visitors are also the locals, because the locals are always discovering new things about St. Martin. And when their faces light up and they're like, oh my God, I didn't know that. I'm like, yup, exactly. So right now we are at the market of Marigot. This is a place where we come and buy our local products, our fish, our local pastries, and socialize mostly. I think, okay, when it comes to the borders in St. Martin, let's talk about St. Martin. I think it's a great example of two nations living together since 1648. Fun fact about St. Martin, the border that we have today changed numerous of times. The border that you see today is not the border that existed in the 1920s, yes, but for instance, in the 19th century, in the 18th century, it was a different border. So when it comes to St. Martin also, I find that it's very special to have an open border that anyone can circulate, because in other countries, it is not like this. I think that when it comes to border, it's kind of limitations too. So when you have a border, you have a limit. In a philosophic way, you have to jump the border. When it comes to having a limit in your ambitions and your dream and your projects, probably you will see a wall that is constructed that is saying that you cannot overcome it, but you can. When it comes, let's take immigration for instance. We have a physical border when it comes to water, but people come from all over the world to be in St. Martin and realize, well, create their dream life, create their dream, and live the let's say the St. Martin dream. They had a limit, and they jumped that limit, and they created the life that they wanted. So for me, personally, philosophically, borders are something that we create ourselves with limitations, but we have no limitations. Well, for me, I have no limitation. When you fix your mind to do something, you have no limit. And for me, some countries should have that, because we live, when you look at it good, We live on this earth, and yes, we also want, well, in the Caribbean, we're also surrounded by water, but it's still land. It's still free land. When it comes to North America, South America, it's still land. Of course, when it comes to politics, you have to do the border thing, but I think it's in your mind also. You have no limitation. You can do whatever your mind sets you to do. For instance, me, I'm an entrepreneur. I have this dream of doing Island Friend. My mom was like, "No, you're in real estate, sitting in real estate. I wanted to just go outside and share my culture." So borders are non-existent to me. Non-existent to me. You are, the limit that you have is the limit that you create, basically. So when it comes to borders, physical borders, administration borders, it's something that you can overcome. You can overcome the borders. It's important for us to preserve our culture. Of course, we are very lucky to have more than 100 nationalities in St. Maarten, but we cannot forget that we have our own culture in St. Maarten that we should cherish and not hesitate to teach the new generation, the next generation, for them to teach their grandchildren also. So that's basically what I have to add, and we love St. Maarten.